All right, well, I'm walking into the shop and I see a Modreker bike. I'm a fan of Modreker, and this is their gravel bike called the Druid. I didn't get here quick enough to get the, well, I guess Dan just took it out of the package. Yep. But and Dan's getting ready to repackage this bike. So how was the packaging, Dan? Did it have a bunch of plastic and foam?
All cardboard.
All cardboard. And Modreker is a Spanish bike. That's what's got me curious. I got a lot of Spanish ancestry myself, and I might actually get to go to Spain this summer and do a little bit of riding. Of course, that's business development. I'm working on a few things to bring some revenue into the bicycle shop, and there's definitely some interest in some of the Spanish cycling. So I'm curious about the gravel cycling over there in Europe and in Spain. I know road biking is kind of king, but gravel's taken off here in the United States, and from the research I've done, and it's hard to find research on the gravel riding in Spain. I've seen some gravel racing and stuff like that, but this is a hot looking bike. I'm just looking here, Stealth Air Carbon. It's got a something cool here on the rear triangle. Man, this chain ring is really close to the chainstay, but I guess it's so you can fit a wider tire in. Then that's not really a bad thing. You don't want to get your chain stuck in there, but I'm sure, you know, this is SRAM Explorer Force, so you don't really drop a lot of chains off the front of these bikes. I guess it's all about how they're set up and how they're maintained. Like, yeah. But yeah, that's not a whole lot of clearance right there. Well, the way it's set up, it looks like you can put a bigger chain ring in. You just don't want to drop a chain right there. Yeah, there's no chain protector or anything. But I've heard really good things about this bike. I was introduced to Modreker years ago at an outdoor gear event where we test rode. My business partner Daniel and I I think I've got a old YouTube video on it, but we test rode a lot of different bikes, and at the end of the day, we both like the Modreker, you know. And my business partner Daniel, he's over in the UK right now, and he rides a Modreker Podium FFR. I think he actually just sold it so you could buy this thing. So Modreker, the way forward. I'll ask Daniel once he gets this bike and gets it built up how he likes it. But it looks cool. I can imagine it was pretty light when it came out of the box, huh, Dan?
Yeah.
Carbon bars.
Didn't weigh a whole lot.
Yeah. Large frame. Anyway, more on the Modreker. Listen, what are they using for wheels? Aurora. Huh. Okay. Well. Oh, yeah. See, Daniel's a fan of these tires here, the Sideratos Gravel RCs. This is the new version. These are some great gravel tires. I haven't tried the new version, but the old version, the H's were great. So, anyway, guys, this is the Modreker. Daniel or Dan boxing this thing up. So when we talk about Dan having lots of experiences and shipping bikes off, this is how he's got his experience. And there's our old company Gavello. So we had a lot of these custom boxes built right in New Orleans. Ricky Kennedy, single speed or die, brother. Hey, we try to share the love locally, and Ricky Kennedy's a super cool guy who started a brand, and I can't say enough good about Ricky and the boys over there in New Orleans. I love riding with them. Recently you saw a BMX ride we did, but I like going over there for mountain biking. They've got a cool trail called the Spillway, and they have to do a lot of work for that because of the way it rains and floods over there. But man, those guys get it done. I think there was just a local time trial over there. I'm gonna have to get back hooked up with those guys. So anyway, I gotta come in here and talk to Steve. I stole the pedals off his bench this weekend, so I gotta go admit my guilt and see if I can borrow them one more day. All right, yeah, I rode this Giant over the weekend. I'm gonna do a review on this Giant. We're not a Giant dealer. This is the Giant Revolt Pro 1. It's a couple years old, but I'm riding it around. And when I'm talking about going to Spain, I might bring that bike to Spain with me. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys, the YouTube family, more about that here in the future, about me possibly sneaking over to Spain to do some business development and getting some riding in. And of course, I'll take my YouTube viewers with me. So this is the start of a Tuesday in Biloxi Bicycle Works. These guys have been working since early this morning, and of course I have been too, but sometimes the bike shop owner has to do some work outside of the shop. And it is kind of funny how people expect you to be in the shop as the owner from the beginning of the day till the end of the day and still run the business. And if you're not, you're a part-time owner. I put a lot of hours into this bike shop. I've been dealing with bike shop stuff since I woke my eyes up this morning. And right now it is getting lighter later, so we just had the time change. It was about 6 o'clock in the morning and the sun's coming up, and the first thing I'm doing is grabbing my laptop to start my day. So anyway, you guys have a good day out there. I'm going to do another video later on a subject that popped into my mind. So anyway, Bart from Biloxi Bicycle Works and Bicycle Rider YouTube. Over and out for now.